Hello, everyone. So let's get this show on the road. Meet my friend Mark. He is a first-level customer support agent at a fictional company called Wise App. And like many of us here, he uses JSM to handle customer requests and tickets. He gets a lot of requests and bug reports on a daily basis. His topmost priority, obviously, to resolve these customer requests as quickly and accurately as possible. This would ensure that Wise App's customers are happy and satisfied while giving him an opportunity to have some spare time, not be stuck behind his desk all day, and maybe grab a coffee and gossip about the company politics, just like the rest of us as well. Unfortunately, his simple dreams of having some spare time for a coffee after resolving customer requests quickly is shattered by the disjointed nature of platforms at Wise Apps. This happens when Mark wants to involve second-level or third-level support on a ticket that needs a little bit more investigation, but Mark and the second-level and third-level support don't work on the same JSM project, and perhaps use another Jira or JSM instance or a project. All of Mark's time is consumed jumping through different tools and manually copy-pasting tickets. Meanwhile, Wise Apps customers have to wait longer to hear back on their requests to get them resolved, adding to their dwindling patience and adding to their frustrations. Who am I? I'm Mark's friend, but also Umer Sohail. I am a product marketing manager at K15T, creators of a marketplace app, Backbone Issue Sync for Jira. And in this talk, I will elaborate how to streamline customer service for people who are facing similar issues as Mark or Wise App by automatically syncing and escalating JSM tickets from a Jira instance or JSM instance to another JSM or Jira project using Backbone Issue Sync for Jira. I will touch on some practical scenarios on how to use Backbone Issue Sync for Jira to accelerate your ticket resolution times, improve your customer satisfaction ratings, while minimizing the problems caused by silos between teams. So let's go a little bit deeper into the problem that I just previously touched. That might sound a little bit familiar to you as well. So Mark manages most of his requests within first-level support himself, but sometimes he gets a ticket that needs a little bit more investigation from people who have a little bit more deeper knowledge of the product. That means it has to be escalated to the second-level or third-level support teams. The problem begins when these teams are not residing in a traditional first-level support team. So they may belong to another department at Wise App, maybe a service department, an IT department, or even development. And as it is in most cases, these departments are also using their own JSM or Jira instances to manage the day-to-day activities, so they are not using the same instance as Mark. We'll quickly go into some of the problems caused by this scenario. So obviously, at the start of it, these are very inefficient workflows. The current workaround employed by Wise App is to give manual access to both Mark and some other people from second and third level support to all JSM and Jira instances. This means that all of them have to manually copy and paste issues between these instances and copy attachments and comments as well, and reassign them within their teams and different projects. Either that or Mark or some other person has to email these particular issues that need escalation to the second level or third level support teams. This wastes a lot of time for the teams because they have to switch between tasks and different tools. They lose a lot of information and miscommunication happens. What if someone forgets to attach a particular attachment from the JSM ticket to the Jira ticket, or they mistakenly add another ticket's comment to another Jira? A lot of chaos ensues, a lot of communication gaps. The support staff might fail to understand the problem whatsoever because of a missing attachment or erroneous comment. Meanwhile, the customers are getting more and more frustrated because they have to wait longer, and they're just fail to understand why it's taking so long for a reply even. In all the manual copy pasting, Mark even might forget to update the customer altogether. In worst case, it will result in uninstallations of Wise Apps products and bad reviews. Not a good sign for Wise App. Couple of more problems that could arise before we go into the solution. So additional cost. If Wise App continues to give access to all their Jira projects or instances to everyone involved in the customer support, they have to buy a higher level, higher tier of Jira or JSM instance because it's based on users, number of users. And so the cost can rack up really quickly if you have a bigger team or a growing team. Lastly, but not the least, the privacy concerns. If your first level support team is maybe offshore, as is in the case with a lot of companies, giving access to first level support to all of your Jira issues is a really risky move, not feasible at all. So what's the solution? This is where Backbone issue sync for Jira can help. Backbone can help you connect your JSM with your Jira instances or other JSM projects or instances. This enables you to synchronize tickets across JSM and Jira projects without ever leaving your own workflow and project. The goal of Backbone is to make collaboration easy between companies and departments, and it doesn't matter if it's within an organization or even across organizations. There's no more switching back and forth between tools or manually copying, pasting information. Each team can work on their own Jira project, and Backbone helps to connect those projects. You can synchronize Jira issues between any kind of Jira. So it could be, as I said, JSM or Jira. It will also be Jira work management, and also all kinds of deployments, so clouds, data center, and still server if you already have the license. And Backbone offers simple UI, quick setup, no scripting required, so it's really easy to get started. Let's go back to Wise Apps example. They can use Backbone to connect all levels of their projects and departments instead of manually copy-pasting or using emails. Mark can use Backbone to escalate any customer support request to the development team and connect his JSM project with the developer's Jira project in the second level or third level support. After the right configuration of the Backbone, a JSM ticket with a specific label, for example, dev support in this example, could be used to automatically copy and sync the tickets to developer's Jira project. This would allow the developers to stay in their own Jira project and get the JSM ticket right away, and they don't have to switch between different tools. This label can be defined very easily in the JQL editor of Backbone app, which allows you to control exactly which issues you want to show or escalate to the second or third level support teams. So you don't have to show every issue, and obviously you don't have to escalate every issue. And you can pick and choose which issues you want to sync or copy. Different type of tasks can also be mapped across the project. So for example, Mark is escalating incident, problem, and service request from his JSM instance to be created as a task for the second level support working in their Jira. The direction of the sync can also be configured. So it could be that unidirectional, only from JSM to Jira, the issues can be created, or it could be bidirectional as well. It's totally up to you. As I mentioned, in general, all types of issues can be mapped with each other on any kind of, all kinds of projects. And so bug to bug, epic to epic, or I mean, you can pick and choose as well. And the direction, unidirectional or bidirectional, that's also optional. Similarly, because they are different projects, usually they have different kind of workflows. These workflows can also be synchronized using Backbone. So this could be also unidirectional, bidirectional. As you can see, if a particular swim lane is synchronized to the other side, and it will work in real time according to the configuration. Also, fields can be synchronized, so you can define what fields are being shared with another Jira instance. It could, because you probably don't need to share all your fields from JSM ticket to the developers. It could also entail any kind of custom fields that you have on either project. You can define that using Backbone, and again, unidirectional or bidirectional, that's totally up to you. The magic doesn't stop there. This is kind of my favorite feature of Backbone. So using granular settings, offered by Backbone, you can also synchronize comments. And you can pick and choose between public and private comments. For example, in here we will use bidirectional comment synchronization. As per the settings, internal comments from the first level support team will be mapped as just a comment for the Wise development app. And any comment made by Wise development app will be shown as a public comment for Wise customer support. And any internal comments will be also synchronized to the development instance. If development team also wants to publish a public comment, for example, then they can use a phrase, like here, dev support. They can add this phrase, and this comment will be published directly to the public ticket created by customer. So the customer doesn't have to wait longer, and anyone from the team who has more updates on the ticket can actually update the customer right away. Similarly, because attachments are usually accompanied by comments, all attachments can also be synchronized either side, and the configuration settings are usually defined by the configuration settings of the comments. So these were some of the features of Backbone that you can use. Some additional use cases. So Wise app can, for example, extend this use case and use Backbone to assign the JSM tickets to multiple development teams. This is helpful if the Wise app has multiple products and has a lot of different Jira instances, and they want to consolidate all the tickets in one JSM. On a similar level, Backbone can also be used to synchronize JSM to JSM projects. Usually these are first level projects, and you have multiple help desks, and you want to consolidate all the information there. And lastly, there are some customers might even want you to work on their JSM tickets, and they want real-time updates on their requests. It's possible for one or two customers to switch between their instances, but what if there are too many customers to keep track of? So you can use Backbone to connect JSM to JSM and have multiple configurations for that. And so you don't have to move out of your own project, and the customers either don't have to give you access to all of their instances. So these were some of the use cases. Just wrapping up real quickly, without proper synchronization between JSM software projects, your service desk teams will struggle to provide efficient customer support and accurate updates to your customers. Collaborating across JSM and Jira is made easier using Backbone Issue Sync without the additional licensing costs of manually adding people to every instance. This means acceleration of ticket resolution times and improvement of your customer satisfaction ratings and renewals, and reduction in churn rates. That was all from my side. If you have any questions or want to learn more, go to k15t.com/backbone or scan the QR code here, and it will lead you to the website. The app is also available on the marketplace for 30 days for free. You can check it out and try it out on your instance. Of course, you can catch us wearing this cool t-shirt, K15T t-shirt, in booth G5. And we also have a workshop tomorrow in the Pink Mermaid Room at 14:30. On the same use case, a little bit more details, and we have fun challenges where you can actually learn how to configure Backbone. My name is Umer Sohail. Thank you very much for your attention.